Imagine stepping into a world where the scent of CK1 fills the air, shelves are lined with glittering body gels, and the bold colors of Urban Decay beckon you closer. This isn't just a trip to the store, it's a journey back to the 1990s where shopping for beauty products was more than a task, it was an event. Welcome to the golden era of beauty shopping, the 1990s, a time when malls were the temples of fashion and beauty, and flipping through a glossy magazine was the ultimate guide to what's hot. In this special feature, we're dusting off the pages of beauty history to take you on a nostalgic trip to the makeup aisles of the past, from the birth of iconic brands to the unforgettable scents that defined a generation. Join me as we explore what makes shopping for beauty products in the 90s an unforgettable experience. Let's dive into the vibrant world of 1990s beauty, where each product tells a story of innovation, rebellion, and the pursuit of self-expression. In the heart of the 1990s, malls were not just a place to shop. They were the epicenter of culture and style. Walking into a mall was like stepping into a different world, one where the latest music hits played over the speakers, and every turn brought a new discovery. Among these discoveries were the beauty stores, a glittering oasis of glamour that promised transformation and adventure. Department stores played a pivotal role in the beauty shopping experience. They were temples of luxury, where brands like Clinique, Estee Lauder, and Lancome held court. These counters were not just about selling products, they offered a bespoke experience. Beauty advisors armed with their brushes and knowledge were the trusted guides in this world. They could match you with your perfect foundation shade, teach you how to shape your brows, or show you the art of the smoky eye. It was here, amid the polished displays and under the gleaming lights, that many discovered their signature looks. But the 90s were also about challenging the status quo, and nowhere was this more evident than in the rise of stores like the Body Shop and Bath & Body Works. They were not just stores, they were statements. The Body Shop, with its staunch stance against animal testing and commitment to fair trade, introduced consumers to the idea that beauty could be both ethical and indulgent. Their products, rich with natural ingredients, and wrapped in simple, earth-friendly packaging, spoke to a generation increasingly concerned with the impact of their choices on the world. I feel like now the Body Shop is not the same. I remember going there in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was super popular, and I feel like the products were a lot better. I think now they're closing 500 stores in Canada, so I don't know. I feel like it's just not the same. The stuff seems poorer quality, in my opinion. And there's also Bath & Body Works, on the other hand, turned the act of bathing into a luxurious ritual. Their stores were a feast for the senses, filled with the fragrances of sun-ripened raspberries, country apple, and cucumber melon. Shelves overflowed with colorful bottles of shower gels, lotions, and sprays, making it impossible not to leave without a bag full of scented delights. It was a place where pampering oneself became accessible for everyday luxury. And let me know if you still shop at Bath & Body Works. I feel like it came into Canada maybe 10 years ago in the 90s and early 2000s. It wasn't here, but I know it was popular in the States. The beauty shopping experience of the 90s was also marked by the thrill of discovery. Without the internet at their fingertips, consumers relied on magazines, friends, and the expertise of salespeople to learn about the latest and greatest products. Finding a new favorite lipstick or the perfect hair product felt like uncovering a hidden gem. It was a time of experimentation where one could play with different identities through the transformative power of makeup and fragrance. Moreover, the introduction of makeup kiosks and standalone stores like MAC Cosmetics brought professional-grade products to the public. MAC, with its bold colors, unapologetic marketing, and commitment to diversity, catered to makeup artists, but quickly captured the hearts of the wider public. Their Viva Glam campaign, which raised funds for HIV and AIDS, exemplified the 90s ethos of activism and beauty intermingling. As the decade progressed, the landscape of beauty shopping continued to evolve, setting the stage for the innovations and changes of the new millennium. Yet, the essence of the 90s, a time of personal expression, community, and discovery in beauty, remains influential. It was a decade that reshaped the beauty industry, leaving a legacy of empowerment, creativity, and social consciousness that continues to inspire today. In the kaleidoscope of the 1990s beauty world, a revolution was unfolding right in the aisles of every store, setting the stage for products that would become legendary. This era introduced us to an array of beauty items that not only challenged the conventional but also embraced individuality and self-expression like never before. And let's dive into the treasure trove of iconic beauty products that left an indelible mark on the industry and our makeup bags. The 1990s were a defining decade for beauty, introducing a range of products that became iconic. Here are some of the beauty products from the 1990s. And the first is MAC Lipstick and Spice. This particular shade became a cult favorite, epitomizing the 90s lip look with its brownish nude color. And as we wander through the vibrant display, we first encounter the game changers of the makeup world. MAC Cosmetics, a brand born out of desire to fulfill the needs of professional makeup artists, soon captured the hearts of beauty enthusiasts everywhere. Their bold lipsticks and shades like Ruby Woo and Spice weren't just pigments, they were statements. And then there's Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, which was obviously very popular even in the 80s as well. And it's not to be outdone, the drugstore aisles were a battleground for innovation and accessibility. And Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, with its distinctive pink and green packaging, became a rite of passage for teens entering the makeup world. And I feel like most of my life I always gravitate back to Maybelline mascara. I'm even wearing it now. I really like it. And next we have Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey, another lip product that gained popularity for its sheer formula and flattering shade on a wide range of skin tones. I know that one made a comeback as well. And then there's Urban Decay nail polishes, which were super popular in the 90s. They had edgy, vibrant colors, and they had that grunge feel to them. And then there's also Hard Candy nail polish, and these had really nice pastel colors with unique bottles, and I really like the ads for them as well. I remember flipping through magazines in the late 90s and seeing those. And then there's the Revlon Color Stay lipstick, a classic in the 90s, and this one was introduced in the 90s. It's a long-wearing lipstick, and this was a game changer for its durability and range of shades. And then of course there's Lip Smackers, and these flavored lip balms were a favorite among teens and tweens for their scents and taste, and I definitely collected these. And then there's CoverGirl Clean Makeup. I think I remember wearing CoverGirl foundation in the 90s, and it's known for its fresh foundation formula and appeal to those seeking natural makeup looks. I think I had my CoverGirl more of like a pancake one with a sponge. I remember that. And now let's go into perfumes. But the 90s beauty scene wasn't just about makeup, it was about adventure as well. Fragrances, particularly unisex ones, began to blur the lines of gender in a way that seldom was done before. CK1, with its fresh and clean scent, became more than just a perfume. It was a cultural phenomenon, embodying the unity of rebellious spirit and the youth of its time. It wasn't just worn, it was experienced, shared among friends, and became a hallmark of 90s identity. I actually really like the smell of that one. Now I kind of want it again. I think I had it in the 90s, but I like how it's unisex. It's quite fresh and nice. It definitely is a classic. So here's the 5 most popular fragrances from the 1990s. The first one is Clinique Happy. This one was introduced in 97. This was my first perfume I ever bought, so it's really nostalgic for me. And it's the quintessential 90s fragrance. It's fresh, it's clean, and I love the uplifting scent. It has citrus, apple, plum, floral notes. I kind of want it again, to be honest. It's such a classic to me. It just brings back so many memories. I remember buying like the little kits with the Clinique bonus. I just loved it. And then again, we have the CK1, and this one was introduced in 94. And this is known for its unisex scent. It's very fresh. It has bergamot in it, green tea, and papaya. And then there's Tommy Girl by Tommy. This one came out in 96. And I always remember flipping through magazines and seeing the ad for this one. It's definitely the all-American style. It has that 90s look, and it definitely has that 90s smell to it. And then there's Dolce & Gabbana Femme, and this one came out in 92. This is a very feminine fragrance, and it has a 90s intoxicating blend of raspberry, tangerine, marshmallow, and vanilla. And it definitely epitomizes the elegance and glamour of the 90s. And there's Angel by Terry Mugler, and this one was introduced in 1992, and it has sweet notes of patchouli, chocolate, caramel, and vanilla. I really like the bottle actually for this one. It's definitely a classic now. And let me know in the comments below, what was your go-to 90s perfume? Mine was definitely Clinique Happy, and I did own CK1 as well, but I'm curious to which ones you wore. And let's get into skincare. And in skincare, the era was marked by a shift towards more informed choices, with brands emphasizing ingredients and benefits. There's the St. Ives Apricot Scrub, which became a cult favorite for its promise for natural exfoliation, while the rise of aloe vera and everything from gels to facial moisturizers catered in the growing interest in soothing natural ingredients. The 90s were a decade that saw a burgeoning interest in skincare, with consumers becoming more aware of ingredients and the benefits of a good skincare routine. And did anyone use this St. Ives scrub? I feel like I had it in the 90s. I mean, I never really liked it, to be honest. I feel like it was really rough on the skin and kind of hurt. And then there's the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. I definitely had this in the late 90s. I bought it with my Clinique perfume. I just remember the little yellow moisturizer. I also had the yellow bar of soap in the plastic container. And then there's Neutrogena Rain Bath Refreshing Shower and Bath Gel. I definitely had the Neutrogena face wash in the yellow pump, but I never had the bath gel. And then I remember everyone buying the Body Shop tea tree oil in the 90s as well. And then there's Biore pore strips. I remember when these came out in the late 90s. They never really worked on me, but I did see other people use them and they could really get the blackheads out. So I was always disappointed that I never really got much out of it. I also had Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. This one was developed in the 1940s, but it was popular in the 90s. I also used Clean and Clear, I remember, in the 90s as well. And then there's the Olay Total Effects Moisturizer, and this one was introduced in the late 90s. And it was one of the first all-in-one approaches to skincare combating aging with a vitamin-rich formula, and you can still buy that one today, and it tackles wrinkles, dryness, and uneven skin tone. As we dive deeper into the colorful and electric world of the 1990s beauty, it's impossible not to acknowledge the monumental impact of pop culture on the era's beauty trends. The decade-style icons weren't just mimicked, they were idolized, setting the stage for some of the most memorable and influential beauty trends that continue to resonate today. The 90s brought us an array of definitive looks, each telling its own story of rebellion, elegance, or simplicity. Take, for instance, the grunge movement, spearheaded by the likes of Winona Ryder and Courtney Love. Their signature matte skin paired with dark, often smudged lipstick didn't just define a music genre's aesthetic, it encapsulated a mood and attitude that screamed defiance and authenticity. This was beauty unfiltered, a stark contrast to the polished perfection seen in earlier decades. And I really love Winona's 1990s look. On the flip side, the era also celebrated understated elegance, as seen through the lens of Carol Bassett Kennedy's minimalistic chic look. Her clean, fresh-faced look, punctuated by nude lips and barely their makeup, redefined sophistication. It was a testament to the 90s being a decade of beauty dichotomies, where the bold and the subtle found equal footing. Magazines like Seventeen and Vogue were the quintessential beauty oracles of the time. Their glossy pages were more than just magazines. They were the getaways to the beauty universe, filled with how-to guides, insider secrets, and cover shoots that would go on to define beauty trends. And I definitely had subscriptions to so many teen magazines. I remember reading all of them because that's how you would get everything. I even had the Delia's catalog, and I remember ordering from there. And these publications not only brought high fashion and celebrity styles to the mainstream, but also democratized beauty, making it accessible to every girl or boy keen on experimenting with their look. The influence of TV shows and movies was equally monumental. Shows like Friends and movies like Clueless offered viewers a window into the fashion and beauty world, with characters sporting trends that would go on to be iconic. I remember I was obsessed with the movie Clueless. I swear I watched it like once a week, and I had all the kind of outfits that she wore. Who could forget Rachel Green's layered haircut or Cher's plaid skirts paired with the over-knee socks? I think I first discovered Friends in like 1996. They were not just styles, they were statements of identity, each character's look carefully curated to complement their persona. The Rachel haircut obviously was the definition of the 90s in many ways, and music videos as well played a pivotal role in cementing beauty trends. The rise of MTV made music videos a powerful medium for artists to showcase not just their musical talents, but their fashion and beauty. I know in Canada, Much Music was super popular, and I would always watch the countdowns on Friday So it was just so different than nowadays. Madonna's ever-evolving look inspired legions of fans to play the bold makeup and hairstyles, while TLC Left Eye Lisa popularized the creative use of eye makeup and colorful bandanas, proving that beauty trends of the 90s were as diverse as the music itself. And as we reflect on the 90s beauty trends and their lasting influence, it's clear that the decade was a pivotal moment in the history of beauty. It was a time when individuality and self-expression were celebrated, paving the way for the eclectic and inclusive beauty standards we see today. The legacy of the 90s beauty trends, with their boldness and simplicity, continue to inspire new generations. And it's interesting to see how the 90s really came back in style. And as we step back into the malls and beauty counters of the 90s, we're immediately enveloped in a world where beauty was explored through touch, sight, and smell. Because back then, no one was buying beauty online. You had to go to the store. And the beauty counter was a sacred space, a place where magic and transformation, where makeup artists and beauty advisors acted as guides. I do kind of miss those days in many ways, having to actually go and physically try the products. And reading beauty magazines added another layer to experience. These magazines were encyclopedias of beauty with tutorials, product reviews. I just love the tactile feeling of reading a glossy magazine. I don't even really buy magazines anymore, but I used to love the excitement of getting them in the mail and then ripping out pages. I would collect different vintage ads and put them on my walls. And the 90s were almost the last decade in many ways where you had to go to the store before the digital age, where everything really changed, where smaller, more indie brands became more popular, and then the big giants like Revlon and Maybelline, it's just a different time nowadays. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do any other decades, and do you have favorite brands you used in the 90s? What is your favorite beauty decade? All right, and don't forget to check out my other vintage beauty videos. See you guys again soon. Bye.